Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at Tsukuyomi Kai, who will be the final impossible boss of this Kai series. Although it will be interesting to see if they do the second wave of impossibles also with a Kai series. But anyway, gimmicks here are warps and mines, and then there are anti-pierce guys, and also blocks, and also no hearts. So yeah, lots of things going on here. And then with our bounce characters, we want to get rid of the anti-pierce guys, of course. And then the other enemies will have weak points in the center of them, which can only be hit by either piercing, bump combos, or pierce-type monsters. So you do want a balance of bounce and pierce monsters. I think some people recommend 3 bounce and 1 pierce. I ended up liking 2 of each. But of the 2 types, the bounce are going to be more mobile, because they can still hit the guys with the weak points and still, move around. While the pierce characters, they will hit the anti-pierce monsters and then get stopped. So, and then, yeah, I think generally we want to get rid of the anti-pierce guys first, for that same reason, just because they will stop the pierce characters. And then we can go after the characters with the weak points on them next. And then to talk about the team that I'm using, first I'm using Meliodas Ascension. He is a bounce with both Minesweeper and No Warp. He also has Counter Slayer, so he can do extra damage on guys that he has the Slayer for. He has Bump Combo where he shoots 3 shots at everybody and then 5 shots at every weak point. And yeah, lots of weak points in this mission, so he can, help out your pierce characters do some damage to those enemies with the weak points. And then he has a strike shot, and yeah, because Meliodas is very good for this mission, a lot of the, the more famous YouTubers, they used him in this quest. And they all said the same thing, his strike shot is not very strong. And they are all wrong. Nobody knows how to use the strike shot correctly, except for me, it seems. But yeah, he will grow his arms, and then he will slash at guys as he moves past them. So the ideal thing to do is to just not hit the boss, for example. And then the speed will not be reduced as much, so he can get many more hits and so do good damage. Every YouTuber that I've seen use Meliodas, they all, just use it as a typical speed and power-up, which is not the way to use it. I really need to make that video showing how good it can be, as long as you don't hit the boss. Okay, sorry for that rant. Next up I'm using Devadatta, the impossible monster. He is a pierce with a Minesweeper and No Warp. And then, yeah, I did compare him to Tsukuyomi, same double null and sling style, but he's more of an offensive character than Tsukuyomi. He has the Kiran, the fireball bump combo. It's a single shot, which does over 100,000 damage, and then a strike shot where he fires a shot, and then it bounces off the walls. And then the more walls it bounces off of, the greater damage it does. Unfortunately, I do not use it during this play video, so maybe I'll make another video about Devadatta later as well. Okay, next up I'm using another drop monster, that is Arcadia, the colossal monster. And then he seems perfect for this mission. He's another bounce with No Warp Minesweeper. He has a bump combo, which is the Tribe Pulse, and that can, do damage to everybody it hits of the same class. And then he has a strike shot where he splits into 4 and then, hits lots of guys. The one thing about him, however, though, is that his attack is not quite high enough to one-punch the anti-pierce guys. But I still think he's usable, because you can play so that you get the bump combos out to support his attack. Or you can just hit all of the anti-pierce guys twice with him, and that'll be just as good. Okay, and then finally I'm using Gabrielle Ascension. She is another pierce with Minesweeper No Warp, and very high attack, but her speed is a little bit low. So I was wondering if she was going to, get around well enough in order to get rid of all of the guys. But so far so good. She got the boot the last turn, so she was able to take down all of the guys. She has a poison meter strike shot, which is very powerful, and then an energy circle horizon laser bump combo, which is so-so. Okay, but anyway, to talk about the mission again, with my Pierce characters, I want to get rid of the enemies with the weak points, and then with the bounce characters, get rid of the anti-Pierce guys. And then if we do not take down an entire set in one turn, the leftover will revive the others. So yeah, here with Arcadia, we'll hit all of the anti-Pierce guys, and so that set will disappear, and then that means less damage to us. And basically that's why we want to get rid of these sets of little guys, is just to prevent damage to us. So let's try to do that here as well with Gabriel. And yeah, Arcadia's Tribal Pulse bump combo is very useful there. Alright, and then once all of the little guys are gone, then we can just concentrate on the boss. And then the boss doesn't really have a lot of damaging attacks. But later on, she will get like angry mode, where she gets attack up. And then her homing shot can do a good amount of damage. So we want to get through every stage as quickly as possible, and yeah, we're accomplishing that here. And then a lot of people are saying that this is a pretty easy quest, and I would say yes, as long as things go smoothly. As long as you can, very quickly take care of the sets of guys. If you take a long time to get rid of these sets of guys, then of course they'll do more and more damage to you every turn, and then you might lose, but... Okay, so here too we got rid of the sets. So now it's just us and the boss. And then here actually might have been a good time to use Devadatta's strike shot, but I wanted to do guaranteed damage. It's a little bit hard to predict where his strike shot is going to go after it bounces like 3 or 4 or more times. And then, yeah, last night was the first time that this quest appeared. And I played this Kai version just the once, just so I could get the video and then the orbs. And then I went back to farming the regular Tsukuyomi. She's not quite a max luck for me yet. So I'll finish the max luck and then I'll worry about the Kai version. And then, just like all of the other Kai monsters, if you beat the quest, you get 1 guaranteed drop of the Kai version. And then from another chest, you might get a regular Tsukuyomi drop. And then the Kai version has 1 of 5 random sub-bump combos. If you were interested in getting a particular sub-bump combo, you could keep getting clears until you get that one. And then, yeah, after the run here, I'll talk about the available sub-bump combos and which ones I like. Okay, so the turn before, Arcadia was able to take out the row of anti-Pierce guys, and that was because he hit all of them twice. Oh, and then here I'm trying to set up Meliodas' strike shot perfectly, and this would have been awesome. Just do an up and down attack and then hit the weak point. But unfortunately, my angle was a little bit off. I hit the boss, I got the irregular bound. But still, we saw really great damage from that. So yeah, it is a good strike shot. Okay. And then the healing panels, they don't do a whole lot of healing. It's like 2,500 or 3,000, so not very much at all. And yeah, if the boss is very close to being taken down, you can just go straight for the boss and then not worry about the little guys. Because once you do take down the boss, all the little guys will disappear, just like a standard impossible. Okay, next is the final stage. And then here with the Meliodas, I was trying to think what kind of angle I could do to get all three of the anti-pierce guys in one turn. So what I end up doing is I go down, I hit the anti-pierce guy, I go up, I hit the wall, and then I come back down and I hit the other anti-pierce guy on the other side, and then I went to the bottom and got rid of the last one. So that was a nice series of bounds, I thought. And then here with the Devadatta, we'll try to see if we can get rid of all three of these guys. No. But it's still worth, you know, taking down one or two of a set, just because that means less damage for you. Okay, and then here with Arcadia, let's use a strike shot. We'll split into 4, and then hopefully take down all of the weak point little guys, but I wasn't counting on it. I was using it more for damage to the boss, and that was fine for that. And then with Gabrielle Ascension, we're going to use her Meteor Strike Shot to try to hit everybody. But the important thing is to hit the boss. If I get rid of the little guys as well, that's a nice bonus. Okay, so we only hit the one guy, but we got the Poison Meteor into Tsukuyomi. So that's good damage up front, and then that'll be more damage the next 2 turns. Okay, standard attack with Meliodas, and then poison and clear. Alright, so that was Tsukuyomi Kai. Okay, standard drop from the normal chest, and then the Kai drop from the no continue chest. Okay, and there she is. A little bit more colorful than the standard Tsukuyomi, so she's pretty cool looking, if you ask me. Okay, we'll head towards the mission banner, so that we can look at the 5 bump combos available there. Okay, and I'll talk about each of them. The first one is the Cross Laser S. We do not want that. Next up is the Piercing Homing Shot 4. We do not want that either. The bottom 3 I think are all fine. To be honest, I'm the least excited about these bump combos of any of the Kai series. There's the Lock-On Pierce Wave, but as a sub-bump combo, it's not going to do a lot of damage. But, you know, it can, you know, pierce, and so it can hit many guys, so that's okay. The next one is the Slice and Dice, which is maybe the most popular choice. And this actually has decent synergy with the Strike Shot, because she will tackle and restore HP. And then she'll be right next to the target, so if you hit her the next turn, she could get that Slice and Dice into maybe a boss's weak point and then do good damage. But again, sub-bump combo wouldn't be too strong. And then finally is the Poison Spread, which is fine against scorpions, and that's about it. And I think the designers made this a conscious decision not to give her any really strong bump combos, because she's already so good anyway. So a really good bump combo might be too powerful on her. Okay, so let's head over to my monster box and then see which version I got. And we got the Cross Laser, so yes, I'm not going to be using this one. So that means I'll go through the mission again, and I'll keep playing it until I get one of the 3 last ones. I don't really care too much which one I get. The real important thing is that she can get an Ableberry, and then good Ableberries for her might be Kin Strength, just because her attack is a bit low. You could also do Survivor. I recommend Survivor for any light or dark monster. And maybe Cutthroat. That's really good, since she's good for so many, you know, impossible and colossal monsters that have lots and lots of HP on their boss fights. Okay, good luck with that, and we'll see you again. Take care.